Once again. We are going to start with where we stopped yesterday, which is still on the dashboard we are developing, for one of our stakeholders, to look at the insight which they can get from this road accident analysis. So without wasting too much of time, I'll go back to our analysis sheet. Recall yesterday that we did this factor severity, whereby we use with the pivot table, we're able to get this, and we reference, using the reference get pivot data, we're able to get, this out. So I'm going to replicate the same thing for this serious severity. Let me just name this appropriately. I'm going to replicate the same thing for this serious severity. Yeah, I've been able to reference this serious, we have total number of casualty respectively here. So what I'm just going to do now is to do the same percentage and able to do the same pivots, that I did for this factor severity as well. So to do that, we'll just use the same formula, equals to, we reference this divided by, the serious plus others. So this will give us the percentage. So I'm going to convert this to percentage, just by changing the format the cell here, changing it to percentage, and I want it to be one decimal places. So I have this already. The same thing I'm going to do for these orders as well, which is going to be equals to this divided by, I had this plus this together. So the reason why we are doing this way is we are not referencing this, this particular total here. Sometimes when we apply filter, pivot, referencing it using our text box might not able to pick this value accurately. So that's why we are trying to calculate the total myself. Can equally maybe probably do the reference this total and log the cell, divide this by this as well. It's still going to be the same, but I prefer to just do it, adding them separately like the way I'm doing it right away. The same thing, I apply the same format, convert it to one decimal places. Again, I'm going to reference this value as well. I'll just create a pivot chart first before I go back to our dashboard. Same thing, allow the two value, go to insert. I want to pivot, a donut chart rather, donut chart. I'm going to remove the title. I don't want this series legend as well. I'll just try and, put this underneath this as well, so that if I send this particular worksheet to anyone and go through whatever I did, and yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to copy this, go back to my dashboard, do this again. Again, I'm going to do the same format, the same formatting which I did yesterday. I'll go to the format, shape fill. I don't want the fill, shape outline, no outline as well. And I also want to remove this outline on the donut chart itself, this circle. So how do I do that? I'll double click, this will come up. I come to the field and line options here, right? The field, I'll still leave it because we are still going to change this color. So I'll go to the border. I don't want, this white border here. I don't want it. So I'll just change this to no line. That's fine. Now I want to change this color here. So I want to be consistent with this color. I'll just make a dark gray and a off-white color here as, the percentage value we have here. So again, I'll double click here. This has changed to this other aspect of the series, which is the other aspect of the donuts. And I'll change this to maybe a dark gray as well. Yeah, I'll go with this. Same thing, I also want to change this blue color again. I'll just double click, double click this particular donut. And I want to change this maybe a bit of off-white. Let's say this, or no, this is too much. Maybe something, yeah, this is okay. So again, I want to even increase the donut size as well. I want to increase the donut size. So how do I do that? Let me click out from here. and I'll click back the donut chart. I'll double click here. Of course, I have this, three option here. The fill and line, I have the effect, and this is what I want to do, the series options. And this is what I want to do. The not whole size is what I want to reduce this hole here. I think we use 68 or something for the last one. Let me just quickly check that. Okay, that's 70. So in order for us to be consistent again, we'll go back and use 70 as well. 70, yeah, this is fine. And we can place this properly as well. I think we have a particular format. Let me check. I think this should be 3 by 3. If I look at this, so this is 2.9, but so I can just make it 3 by 3 for this as well. So just change this to 3. I'll change this one to 3, right? Okay. So I think just to be consistent with the way we, build our visuals. So this is okay. Again, I can copy this percentage here. I can copy this one, just duplicate this, bring it inside here. Okay. And I'll go and remove the formula. I'll go and alter this to be able to reference this particular, this donut chart as well. So go back here into the formula. I'll delete this equals to, goes back to my analysis. This is what I want to show there. I can reference this as well, go back there. Now, rather than formatting this one by one, I can click here and use this painter here, format painter, to be able to quickly change this. So I don't need to do, formatting it, changing the font, changing the color one by one again. So I can quickly use that format painter. This is okay as well. We have not bring the title, and we have also not bring the value, the actual value. So let's quickly duplicate these two here. We'll duplicate these two. Just Ctrl D. I'll just drag this here. Okay, so we can change the title. So this one is going to be, I think this is serious. Okay. And again, you can click on this text box as well and reference its own value, this equals to, I go back to my analysis, I reference this, okay? Now, the formatting, has gone off. You can use this format painter as well and do the same thing. So let me just grab this format, just click on here, format painter, then I can grab this, yeah. You can see that, the first one we did is, make the work easier for us, just to replicate whatever we have here, we replicate it for this as well. So let's go ahead and replicate the same thing for the other severity, which is, I think that's has to do with the slide severity. So I don't know if there is any question at this moment based on what, we have also done here today. Are we still together?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let me just duplicate this. I want to duplicate this. I can use either, rather than using Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, I'll just use Ctrl+D, which is duplicate. Just drag this as well. I want something here. The same thing, Ctrl+D. Okay, this is also here. Fine. So we can change this. I think this one should be slides. And this one, based on the requirements, we are asked to show the also create a primary KPI percentage of total respect of severity and the maximum casualties by the type of vehicle. Okay, we have not done that. So I'm still going to leave this. I'm still going to leave this as this for now. So let's replicate the same thing for this slide casualties. Go back to my analysis. Let me just copy this. I'll just copy this. Copy, change this to slides. change this to slides as well. And I can go back and reference slides, which is this. And I can go and others will now be this plus this. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I think this is also, it's perfect. So we don't need to replicate this. This is also okay. Yeah, so we can replicate the same thing for donut charts. Go to insert here, and I click this as well. I take off the title. I also take off the series label here. I can just and put this here, put it underneath this as well. Then I can copy this, get to my dashboard again. So I don't know, for some reason, I'm not able to use this format. Oh, let me see. I think it should work. It's not gonna work. I've tried this, using this format painter for chart. For some reason, it's not working. Unlike in Power BI, which we can use, the painter and place it on charts and it's gonna work. But for some reason, I don't know why Excel does not have that functionality. So what that means is I have to do the same thing for this donut chart as well again. Format, shape fill, no outline, no outline. I double click here as well. Let me change this to 70 once and for all. And the fill, okay, we're still going to the border. Let me remove the border, no. Again, fill, I will double click on the first part of this donuts, which is this bigger aspect here. So I can use that one as, so if you look at this, if you look at the way we've been doing it, the white one, is what we are representing as the percentage. So, and I think based on this now, this larger part should be, this off-white. Then this other one can be the gray. Yeah. Do we agree with me on that?
Yes.
Okay. So this one should be the off-white, and this should be gray. I think this is the one we are using. Yep. Is this or the last one? I think this, yeah. Okay. So again, we can format this as 3 by 3 as well. 3 by 3. And I'll put this here. Put it properly the same place, yeah. So again, we can copy this. I'll just copy this, put it inside here. Again, I can alter this, delete whatever here, and go back to my analysis and reference this same value. Oh, okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. Which one are we doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, we are doing this slightly. So this is the value. Okay. Again, can format the painter. Put this here. Okay, this is looking good. And we need to change the value. Go back here, equals to analysis. This is our value. Yeah. Again, I'll use the format painter. And this is it. Okay. So we have one other primary KPI to do, and that's the one that says, okay, we should try and get, based on this requirement, the maximum casualties by type of vehicle. So that's the one that we need to do now. Okay. I'll go back to my analysis again. Let's see how, I think we already, okay, we don't have that already. We can make use of this pivot table here. Let me expand this, and we can just drag the vehicle. Where's the vehicle type? Okay, you just drag the vehicle type here. Taking some time. Okay, yeah. So we have, yeah, we have all the vehicle. So if you remember the last time, I think we agreed on how we are going to consolidate this. Let me see, where do we put that? I think it's somewhere. Okay, this is it here. Maybe I just copy this so that we can make reference to it in our analysis. I can copy it and put it maybe somewhere here. I'll just paste it as value only. Okay, so we need to put all the cars, regardless of whether it is where is it, the taxi, whether it's a private or not. So we can do that. Okay, there is a way I can create additional, field here without additional row labels here, still maintaining whatever I have here. Let me see if I still remember how to do that. I know, yeah. Calculated, is it calculated field? I can't remember, but let me just try. Whether it's field, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, calculated field, okay. So this is it. So what I want to do now, I want to represent this as cars. So what do we want to do? We'll add, we want to add, where is it? Where is it? Vehicle type, where is vehicle type? Okay. No, this
Is it that we'll put some in front of it or something? They should be giving.
let me go back again. My system is hanging. Okay, I need to go back again. Let me put. Okay, it's an item. It's item that I want to do, not fit in this time around. Okay, so I can call this class. So what I want to do here equals to this plus this. Okay, hat. Okay, I think that should be done now. Let me see. So I should be able to see my cars here now. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I can uncheck car. I can also uncheck taxi or private hire here. Yeah, okay. So I've taken off that one. So what I did was, instead of creating the calculated field, I choose, because I want to make use of that item in this particular pivot table. So rather than creating a field, I just need to create an item. So an item as part of this row label. So again, we are also going to do the same thing for other ones, which is, I'll go back here again and click on calculated item. So this time around, we are calling it bike. So whenever I see any motorcycle is what I'm adding. Let's say this is the first one. I'll add this plus this. I'll add it with this is another one. This is another one. And then this is another one. Okay. So again, I can check my okay. Let's see if we have bike now. Yes, we have bike. So I can go ahead and uncheck all this motorcycle, uncheck this, uncheck. Okay. So I don't know if we have any question on how I was able to create that calculated item.
Please give more explanation on it.
Okay. So, our data, this is our data. So because we agreed that we'll consolidate this item here when it comes to the vehicle type. So rather than we alter the entire data set, we decided, okay, we are not going to alter this data set, and this is still going to be the same thing. So we are trying to create an item, under this vehicle type to be able to represent, like anywhere we have motorcycle, we are representing it as bike. So rather than using the control F, F and replace function in this data set, we decided that we are going to create an item. So that item is only applicable to that vehicle type at this point in time. It can and is only applicable to this same pivot table. If you go to other pivot table, you will not see all these items that we created. So it's only meant for this particular pivot table. So, and how do we create that? Just go to your pivot analyzer, this option here, and you will see different types of fields. Do you want to create a field, items, or you want to set something? So what we want to create is, we are creating an item. So, and if you watch, if I click, if my cursor is here and I try to see here, my calculated item is graded up. So because the item I'm creating is on this variable, this row level, so that I can apply, I'm creating a new item. I'm just trying to see how I can explain this as a layman. Okay, let me see. Let me
So,
see how,
if I
what
get it
example.
right, it's like trying to do, because we have put everything that looks like car together
Yeah.
now. So it's like trying to say car plus taxi plus, all of those ones, so that we use them to create one item, but all their numbers are all added on that one. Is that what it is?
Yes, exactly. That's it. That's it. Thank you for that. Yeah. So, we could just, maybe after we create this pivot table, we can now start using our equals to sum and pick wherever we have, as we can do that. But now we are doing that, within the pivot table. We are not doing it. We are not using the reference on like what we did here. By saying, okay, we want to reference, we are referencing this. I can equally create an item here and call it orders, and just, okay, you know what, anywhere I see, but that creating it here will not give us any meaning because we have different types of orders. Yeah, so that's the reason why that is not applicable here. We have to reference this one out. But here, because we need each of these items as a console, combine where we have motorcycle as bike, and that's why we are creating an item. It's like another variable under the vehicle type, but it stays within this pivot table. Yeah. So again, I'm going to do the same thing for, I'm going to do the same thing. Let me expand this to see one we also need to do. Okay. Anywhere I see goods, where is it? Okay, van. Okay, this one will be van. Yeah. So I can just go back here, create an item as well, call this van. And I'll just reference that van only. Now, this time around, I'm not adding any other, I'm just only calling up, I'm storing this variable as van instead of this long name now. Okay, so I can go here as well and remove my van. Remove this long name here. Okay. The last one we also need to do this bus as well. And we also need to do, yeah, we can combine this bus based on what we agreed here. Let me have a look at it. Yeah. Okay, so the same thing. I'll click here, go to my pivot analyzer, calculated item. So this is bus. So I'm picking this bus for coach. I'm adding it with I think minibus. Yeah, adding it with this, and that's it. Okay, so let me remove that as well. Remove this. Remove minibus. Okay, so we are left with goods. So this one is going to be based on what we agreed. This will be truck, and this will be this will be HGV, and this will be truck. So again, I'll create a calculated item, HGV, reference. Okay, that's 7.5 tons and over. Okay, this one here. Again, then I can remove this 7.5, yeah. And this other one here is going to be our truck. It's going to be truck. Okay, reference this as truck, which is this one here. Okay, let me move this. Okay, and finally, we are going to combine all these other vehicles as orders as well. So let me try and do that. Calculated item. Just call this orders. And this will be this plus this as well.
Sorry,
Okay.
can I interrupt? Sister Debbie, Adewumi wants to be added to the BA room. Could you move her, please?
I've been trying to, but I can't find any BA room anymore. It's just letting me put her in a waiting room. I don't know if that other room is still there because I can't see anything on it at all. So I don't know if they've left or if they are still there. So if you can hear, if you can just give a shout out to them on WhatsApp, see if they are still there, because I can't see any room that was assigned anymore.
She said they are still there. Can you log out and log in? Maybe you might find yourself there. Okay, carry on. Sorry, Mr. Sims.
Okay. Yeah. I think there was a mistake for this van. Let me check that again because it's showing blank. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Okay, let me just check. Let me just check that out. Calculated item. Okay, let me see. I'm not seeing any value for this van. Let me have a look at what's going on. Let me just modify this. Okay, so let me re-add it now. I've deleted it, calculated item. I want to van, and that should reference 3.5 tons. This one here. Okay. I'm seeing the same value for truck here. What could be the issues here? Okay. It's giving me the same value as the truck. Let me go back and check calculated item. This van. I'm going to convert. Let me have it deleted. Create it again. Okay, check this. Okay, yeah, everything is okay now. So based on this now, we can use, let's sort this by largest to smallest, and we can see the highest one. Even looking at data, we can even spot that this is cars that we need to work on. So I'll just, and sort this. Where is sorting? I'm not seeing, why is it not showing here for me? Okay, this is sort here, largest to smallest. Okay, so now we can create the same thing. Now the same thing we did here. Let's say I'm going to say maximum vehicle type. So I'll call this as, this is the class, and this one will be orders. So I'll just reference this, right? And I can now add these other ones together. This plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, and finally plus this. Okay, so the same thing, I'll do the same percentage equal to this divided by this plus this. Yep, I get my percentage. Change this to 1 decimal places. I do the same thing for this equals to this divided by this plus this. Okay. Now, I think our time is fast spent. I'll just do this one, then we'll call it. So let me take away this. We don't need this one here again. Delete this. Then I can do go same thing. Start a do not chart. A do not chart here again. I'll take away the title as well. Same thing. I'll take away the series label and reduce this and copy and go take it back to my dashboard, which is here. Then we can do the same formatting, that we did. Let's expand this a bit so that we can do the formatting. Format shape fill, we set it as no fill. Shape outline as well, we set it as no outline. Then we double click within the donuts, and we can reduce this to 70%. So in terms of fill and line, we'll remove the line as no border, as no line. Again, we'll use the same approach, the same method, which is what we are trying to show. So in this case, if I look at the analysis, so we are 79%. So that's the bigger part of our donuts. So let me go back. So that means this will be in form of like the off-white color. Let me double click on this and I'll apply the off-white color here. So this will be our dark gray, which is this. And again, we can change this. We can change this to 3x3 as well. 3 by 3. So I'm just gonna place this properly here. All right. Again, I'll just reference this same value again from our analysis sheet. Because to this, this is the value here. Then I can use my format painter to format this. So for this other one now, I think we can name it as casualties by car. Let me change this one. Name this because it's the highest. So again, I'll just replicate, copy this percentage as well, duplicate it, put it inside the donuts, and we can reference the percentage, from our analysis sheet as well. This, and let me apply enter. Right. Okay, so I think the first aspect of the requirement is done. Let me preview this in full screen mode. Yeah, I think we are getting there. So on this note, I think I would like to stop here for today, and we'll take it up tomorrow again. I don't know if there is any question.